Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brainbean here again, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at my favorite top 5 budget gaming keyboards. Now I know there are a ton of budget keyboards out there, and there's definitely keyboards out there that are even cheaper than the ones that are going to be in this list, but the ones that I'm showing to you guys today are ones that I think have the best bang for their buck. So with that, let's go ahead and just take a look at my top 5 budget gaming keyboards. Coming in at number 5, we have the Logitech G513 Prodigy. Initially, I wasn't too impressed with this keyboard because it launched with a pretty high price. Since then though, the price has come down to a much more reasonable range for what you get. The G513 can be found on Amazon for as low as 25 bucks at times, but usually it hangs around $35 to $50. These prices fluctuate quite a bit as it tends to go on and off sale a lot. The G213 is a membrane keyboard with what Logitech calls mechadome keys, which are just rubber domes that are meant to emulate the feeling of mechanical switches, but really they don't feel that much different than normal membrane keys to me. The G213 does come with a wrist rest, but it's important to note that it's not removable, so plan on this board taking up a good amount of desk space. The board also comes with a full set of dedicated media keys, which is nice to see at this price. The G213 is an RGB keyboard, but it's important to note that it's not per key RGB. Rather, there are 5 lighting zones that can be changed independently to make static profiles or animated effects. With its spill-resistant design, the G213 is made to last you a good while, and if you can grab one of these when it's heavily discounted, it's a board that's worth having for the budget-conscious gamer. Razer's newly released keyboard, the Cynosa Chroma, is Razer's most budget-friendly option to date and comes in 2 varieties. There's a basic version that you see here for $59.99 and a pro version that costs an additional 20 bucks that comes with a strip of underglow around the keyboard. The Cynosa is a fairly basic membrane keyboard, and in terms of gaming keyboards, it's pretty bland as you won't really find any extras like macro keys or media keys, for example. The Cynosa's big selling point is that it comes with full per key RGB illumination and works with the full power of Razer's Synapse software. This means that it's the cheapest keyboard you can get that will give you the most lighting options, including in-game integration with games like Overwatch, for example. Now, I don't think I would recommend spending the extra bucks on the light strip because at that point you might as well just spend a little bit more and get a real mechanical keyboard with RGB. But at a comfortable 60 bucks, it's not a bad buy for somebody who doesn't care about all the extras that you find on higher end boards, but just wants a solid basic keyboard with the lighting of a flagship model keyboard. Coming in at number 3, we have an actual mechanical keyboard. The VAVA mechanical keyboard might not stand out much when it comes to the name, but it is a budget mechanical keyboard that checks all the right boxes. The Bava board isn't very shy about emulating the Black Widow Chroma. Still, it has a nice matte finish that won't attract fingerprints, and it feels surprisingly very solid. This board does have per key RGB lighting with 7 preset lighting effects, with the ability to save up to 5 custom profiles. The only thing I don't really like about this board is that it doesn't have any software for customizing the lights, so you have to manually change each key's light if you want to create a custom profile. The lights are accentuated by a nice white backplate that runs underneath the switches, reflecting more light back up at the user just like the real Black Widow. The VAVA keyboard comes with kale blue switches for all of those clicks and clacks. The VAVA mechanical keyboard can be had for $57.99 on Amazon. The Coolermaster MS-120 is the only keyboard and mouse combo on this list, and to tell you the truth, the keyboard is good enough that it warrants the purchase price without the lackluster mouse thrown in. The Master Set board is weighty and solidly built, giving it a feeling of quality above what you would expect for its price point. The Master Set is also one of the only boards in this price range that does offer full per key RGB illumination, which works even nicer when accentuated by its clear mechanical membrane hybrid keys. You can customize the look of the board in its corresponding software or use one of the 9 preset lighting effects. Coolermaster has by far the best hybrid keys, giving them a feel of real clicky mechanical keys, which more than once fooled us during our blind switch test. With the bundle price currently going for 62 bucks on Amazon, this is a bundle that is a fantastic deal for somebody building up a new setup and wants to get a decent set of starter equipment. The keyboard just looks great and it's built like a tank. I would recommend upgrading the mouse after a while, but the keyboard is great and it should definitely last you a long time. When it comes to budget gaming keyboards, for me, one has always stood out as giving you by far the most bang for your buck. The Corsair K55 comes packed with features and comes in at just under 50 bucks. The great thing about the K55 is that you basically get the extras of a flagship with the cost and build of an entry-level keyboard. The K55 is made entirely of plastic, and while it's fairly light, it does feel like it's a quality board.
Like most keyboards at this price point, it's a membrane keyboard, but as far as membranes go, it feels pretty nice to use. The K55 is an RGB keyboard, but it's important to note that it only has 3 distinct lighting zones that can be changed independently or together to create some basic animations. Corsair also updated their software to work with the K55 sometime after release, so you can do some changes in the software. Even though you can't change each individual key, the lighting still looks really nice with the raised key design of the board. The K55 features extras like a row of dedicated macro keys, an included detachable wrist rest that is only plastic, but in my eyes, the fact that they include it is still pretty cool, and a full set of dedicated media keys. Overall, the Corsair K55 packs in the most value of any budget keyboard that I've seen to date, making it the prime choice for the #1 spot.
Well, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in those comments down below which one of these keyboards is your favorite. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like to show your support. And if you're new here, I'd love to see you guys subscribe. And also, don't forget to click that bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. You can also follow me on Twitter at Brainbean Gaming to stay up to date with what's going on with the channel. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.